Good afternoon, Ryan. How you doing today, sir?
Hey, what's happening, Mike? How are you?
Doing well. So we were talking a little bit offline about the mortgage rates coming down and the opportunity that's going to unlock for buyers that are current in the market. And obviously, you and I had that discussion, but figured it would be best to share that with the public. So what does that look like for the buyers that are currently in the market?
Yeah, so for a while, we've been faced with these higher mortgage rates that have really kind of made the homeownership experience a little bit more expensive for a lot of the buyers. And as a result, you've got a good amount of buyers who want to buy. They've kind of been sidelined because their payments are just a little bit too high. And most of them kind of point back to, hey, we're ready to go when rates come down, right? With the illusion of that lower payment because rates come down, they want to get off the fence and start moving forward. So now that we're seeing mortgage rates start to make that decline lower, you've got really a small window of opportunity, in my opinion, if you're a buyer to get into the market before the rush. See, right now, you've got the seller's attention, and you may be negotiating, depending on the property, one-on-one with the seller, and you can work out, the right price, concessions, just get the right deal. And if you pair that with a good mortgage rate, because mortgage rates are coming down again, I think you win. But if you wait too long, right behind you is all those other buyers who are now hearing from all the lenders and all the realtors who've been kind of, staying in contact with them for a while. They're all going to rush to the table. And then guess what? You're back to multiple offer situations. Inventory is not necessarily stacking at record levels or anything like that. So you've got this tighter inventory and you're going to unlock a lot of buyers. I read a post earlier. It said 2 million active buyers will be unlocked because the mortgage rates have taken this initial dip. That's a lot, right? It's national. It's not local to our specific market, but a national stat that I think is really important to kind of recognize. So the window of opportunity is here, going to be somewhat short. So I think if you're looking to buy and you're an active buyer, you may want to take advantage sooner than later. Don't keep waiting for them to get lower and lower and lower. They probably will. We'll manage that. We'll do a professional job managing it on the refinance side of things. This is your concession paired with a good mortgage rate. This is your timeline for that. After that, good mortgage rate, it's going to come with multiple offers, unfortunately.
For sure. So just supply and demand, right? So right now we have an existing supply of homes, like you said. It's not overstocked by any means, but the demand has been a little bit lower because payments have been higher than buyers have been comfortable making. With the mortgage rates coming down, those payments are cheaper and probably in the ballpark of like $200 a month right now on average. So for buyers, it would be good to act if you've been just kind of on the fence or undecided or maybe just slightly uncomfortable. Because if you're one of the first people into the game with the more affordable mortgage payment, like Ryan was saying, you probably can still get a better deal on a house from the seller, be it, the way prices are right now, but also you might be able to get more of a concession from sellers than you will if you wait. And because if rates continue to come down or if they just stay down where they're at, the demand is going to increase as more buyers pay attention, get word, and realize like, hey, now's a good time for us to get in the market. And so if you are ready right now, it would be good to get ahead of the curve and get ahead of the competition that should be coming if rates stay where they're at or continue to drop.
Yeah, I would say if you've been pre-approved in the last year, it's probably a good time to just revisit what that pre-approval looks like. So you're either going to now with the lower rates get approved for a higher loan amount, or the same exact loan amount and price point that you were looking at before just became a little bit more affordable. So maybe it's kind of helping bridge that gap between being super uncomfortable and getting yourself into the marketplace and becoming a homeowner. So this is really a good time, in my opinion. I think the people that take advantage of this particular moment in time, they'll be pretty happy years down the road that they did, because I think they're going to get a good deal on their house right now.
For sure. And like you said, getting in right now before the competition, right? Great idea. You might get more concessions. I don't know if I just said this, but as more competition comes in, there's more of a demand. If the level of homes that's on the market doesn't rise, then prices are going to go up, and the rates and the the monthly payment and the values are going to kind of balance out again. So right now, it's on the cheaper end of everything for a buyer who gets in right now, which is great. But going back to one thing you said earlier, that if rates do continue to go down, we can do a refinance on the loan later if if they go down low enough to where it makes sense for a buyer. I almost assuredly that if rates do continue to go down, home values are going to continue to go up, and you won't see that savings over time if you wait for a lower rate. You wouldn't see the same savings that you would see if you got in now, and then while prices are softer, if you will, before they go up, right? You won't see that same savings when rates go down and then you buy, versus if rates go down after you've already purchased and you can refinance and take advantage, get the best of both worlds, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. I think really the rates where they're at right now, where they're potentially headed toward, they may start to hit a ceiling, or a floor in this case, of how far they're really going to go, a ceiling of kind of where the market's going to allow them to live. But that particular price point may not be enough to kind of unlock all of the lifestyle change kind of homeowners, right, that want to list their house to really kind of exacerbate the inventory levels. That would kind of bring house prices either down or level them off a little bit. So I think you still have a congested house price, or house inventory level where the house prices will start to increase a little bit with the increased demand. So again, I think that window of time is short. Take advantage of it when you can, but this is exciting for those buyers who are kind of ready to take action.
For sure. All right, guys. If you have any questions, or if you want to take a look and see how these changes impact you, reach out to either of us by call, text, or email, and we would love to walk through that with you. Thanks,
Perfect.
Ryan.
Sounds good. Thanks, Mike.
Have a good day.
All right. See ya.
Bye.